from LP Savani Riverside School, Krupali Home. Chapter number 2, Microorganisms, Foe and Friend. In the earlier session, we were discussed about disease-causing microorganisms in the plant, and today's topic is, in the earlier session we discussed animals, and today's topic is the plants. Several microorganisms cause disease in plants like wheat, rice, crop potatoes, sugarcane, orange apple, and others. These all are the name of plant in which the disease occurs because of the microorganisms. The disease reduces the yield of crops. What can the effect of this all disease? Symptoms of the disease. How can we come to know that this plant is getting disease? First one is the getting reduced yield. Yield means you will get the less harvesting product compared to the healthy plant in the disease caused. See table number 2.2. For some such plant disease, they can be controlled by the use of certain chemicals which kill the microbes. We can control the plant disease with the help of some chemicals which are killing the microbes and become the disease-free plant. Here are the table of the plant disease. First one is citrus canker. The organism responsible for causing this disease is the bacteria, and mode of transmission is the aid. Rust of wheat, yellow vein mosaic in bhindi, it means okra. Fungi and virus are respective microorganisms for causing of the disease, and air and seeds through the transmission of rust of it is occurs, and insects are responsible for the yellow vein mosaic of bhindi. Here the next topic is food poisoning. Bojo once was invited by his friend to a party, and he ate a variety of foodstuffs. On reaching home, he started vomiting and had to be taken to hospital. He ate too much food, and then after vomiting was started and taken to the hospital. A doctor said that his condition could be due to the food poisoning. Now the question is, what is the mean by food poisoning? Pahli wonders how food can be a poison. Food poisoning could be due to the consumption of food spoiled by some microorganism. It is the nothing else the consumption of the spoiled food. And how that food will be spoiled? With the microorganism. If you are eating the spoiled food by the microorganism, this condition will known as food poisoning, and it can be do harmful effect on your body. Microorganism that grows on our food sometimes produce toxic substances. The toxic substances will be caused by the microorganism, and these make the food poisonous, causing serious illness and even death. So be very careful before you eating the food, and make sure for the purity. So it's very important that we preserve food to prevent it from the beginning being spoiled. And you may aware of that there will be the magnified date on any food packet and the expiry date. After expiry date, you will consume that food. That means that will be get poisoned, that will be get affected by the microorganism, and it may possibility to having food poisoning after eating that spoiled food. 2.5 Food preservation. If I want to make my food healthy for a long period of time, what steps I have to follow? Let's see, in chapter 1 we have learned about the methods used to preserve and store food grains. How do we preserve cooked food at home? We know the step and procedures for storage of the grains, but what's about the cooked foods preservation? You know that bread left unused under most condition is attacked by fungus. Microorganisms spoil our food. Spoiled food emits bad smell and has bad taste and changed color. How can you conclude that food is spoiled by bad smell or bad taste, or even by the changing of the color? Is spoiling of food a chemical reaction? Pehli bought some mangoes, but she could not eat them for a few days. Later she found that they were spoiled and rotten. But she knows that the mangoes pickle her grandmother makes does not spoil for a long time. What is the happening here with the Peli? Mangoes she brought from the market that will be not able to eat after some days because of the spoiled mango. And but the same mango which its grandmother is using in the pickle, that's not spoiled by a microorganism even after many times. Why it is happening? The Pali was confused. Now here let's study the common methods to preserving food in our homes. We have to save it from the attack of microorganism. How can we do it? Here first one is the chemical method. Salt and edible oils are the common chemicals generally used to check the growth of microorganisms. Therefore, they are called preservatives. Which are two common preservatives? Edible oils and salts. We add salt or acid preservatives to pickles to prevent the attack of microbes. During the preparation of pickle, you may use to see that your mother or grandma will be used to add salts or edible oils inside the pickles. Sodium benzoate and sodium metabisulfate are common preservatives. Which are two common preservatives is sodium metabisulfate and the sodium benzoate. These are two common preservatives. These are also used in jams and squashes to check their spoilage. These preservatives are also used to check the spoilage of the jam and squashes. Prevention by common salt. Common salt has been used to preserve meat and fish for ages. For long period of time, if you want to prevent the spoil of meat and fish, then you can use the salt. It is the best option for the preservation of milk, meat and fish. Meat and fish are covered with dry salt to check the growth of bacteria. Salting is also used to prevent amla, raw mangoes and turmeric, etc. We can preserve all these things with the help of common salt. Prevention by sugar. Jams, jellies and squashes are preserved by sugar. Sugar reduces the moisture content which inhibits the growth of bacteria which spoil the food. Preservation by oil and vinegar. How vinegar and oil are useful for the preservation of food? Let's see. Use of oil vinegar prevents the spoilage of pickles because of the bacteria can't live in such an environment. For spoilage of food, what will be happen there? The growth of bacteria. But even if we are provide the situation where bacteria can't live, then our food will be not spoiled. That's why what we are used to do here is we are preventing the condition for the bacterial growth by applying the oil or vinegar. That's why our pickle will be remain as it is after long period of time also. Vegetables, fruit, fish and meat are often preserved by these methods. Heat and cold treatments. You must have observed your mother boiling milk before it's stored or used. You may observe that daily your mother will be boil the milk for its for its good consumption even after 2 days. Boiling kills many organisms. May some organisms, microorganisms were present there, then it will be stopped by the boiling. Similarly, we keep our food in the refrigerator. Low temperature inhibits the growth of microbes. Here we are talking about the two situations. In the first, we are boiling our food to make it very healthy way, and the second one is low temperature, it means inside the fridge to inhibit the growth of microorganisms. Why does the milk that comes in packets not spoil? My mother told me that the milk is pasteurized. What is pasteurization? Pasteurized milk can be consumed without boiling as it is free from harmful microbes. Pasteurized means it is free from the microorganisms. The milk is heated to about 70 degrees Celsius for 15 to 30 seconds for killing of the microorganisms. By doing so, it prevents the growth of microbes. This process was discovered by Louis Pasteur. It is called the pasteurization. Louis Pasteur discovered the process of pasteurization. With the help of pasteurization you are able to preserve milk for long period of the time, and this one is the discovered by the Louis Pasteur. So in today's session we were learn about few methods which are helpful to us to make a preserved food. First one is the chemical method, then after by common salt, by sugar, by oil or vinegar, and then cold treatment and heat treatment. In the cold treatment and heat treatment, especially you will learn about the pasteurization of the milk. Storage and packaging, how you can store and pack the food. These days dry fruits and even vegetables are sold in sealed airtight packs to prevent the attack of microbes. How we are able to do the storage and pack the food for a longer period of time of consumption? We will see it in the next session.